What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 most iconic weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. These weapons may be good, these weapons may be bad, but one thing is for certain, they are iconic. They are easily distinguishable, and if you have played COD Zombies, you know. If you know, you know. But this is just my take and my opinion on what I think the most iconic weapons are. Now, that can be for a good reason or for a bad reason, because there's iconic in good ways and there's iconic in bad ways. Now, this will only include normal weapons that shoot real bullets. I'm not going to include wonder weapons because I think wonder weapons would make it kind of too easy or not as exciting. So we're just sticking with normal default weapons for the most part, ranging from World at War all the way to the new Call of Duty. Before we get into the video though, make sure you drop a like and sub to the channel if you are new. We make all kinds of zombies content, and let me know down below what you think the most iconic weapon in Call of Duty Zombies is. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Coming in at number 10, we have the SMR. Now, if you've played Call of Duty Zombies throughout your life, you know the SMR. The weapon that doesn't one-shot on insta-kill, and the weapon that iron sights just seem like they don't work. This weapon is iconic in all the worst ways. It's easily one of the worst weapons ever in Call of Duty Zombies, in my opinion, and it's really just a meme. It's really just a meme, because no one is using the SMR. It's not like you literally just can't. Number 9, the M14. Now, the M14 is classic. Everyone's seen the memes, M14 versus Olympia, okay? And of course, it is a starting spawn wall weapon for the most part, almost in every zombies map that it is in. So early game, basically every person ever has gotten the M14, and really, it's just better than the Olympia. But yeah, the M14 I think is iconic. When you think of starting weapons in Call of Duty Zombies, you think of the M14. Number 8 on this list is going to go to the Thompson from World at War Zombies. Now, especially for me, the Tommy gun is just so iconic. Anytime I think of custom zombies, to be specific, I think of the Tommy gun. The design is goated, one of the best designs ever for an SMG, and it's really just a World at War great. And anyone who's played that game or played custom zombies, you know this weapon. From the design to the reload to everything, it's all around a really good weapon too. But yeah, that's a very iconic. Coming in at number 7, this was kind of hard. I wanted to include a weapon from Black Ops 3, but really and truly, I wasn't finding them really that iconic. But the Brekie. The Brekie is the one I went with. I think it's iconic in the sense that when you were playing Black Ops 3 Zombies and you needed a weapon to kill Margwas and Panzers and things of that nature, you probably used a shotgun. Now, I know a lot of people probably use the KRM, and it probably was better, but for me personally, I was a Brekie guy. I loved it. I used it on Shadows of Evil a whole lot to take out Margwas and for a lot of Easter eggs. I think it was really good, really usable, and when I think of Black Ops 3 Zombies, I don't necessarily think of any certain weapon, but the Brekie is definitely one that I use throughout majority of my games. Number 6, the MP40. I mean, is there a weapon more iconic? Now, there might be, but the MP40 is classic, man. Everyone knows the MP40 on Kino. It's just what you do. It was literally what you do when you played Kino. You go down the stairs and you get the MP40 every time without fail. If you weren't training or running around the stage in Kino with the MP40, you were doing it wrong, man. That was awesome. That weapon is amazing. I think everyone knows it. It's been in so many different games, different versions, but Black Ops 1 MP40, wow. Talk about iconic. Number 5, the M1911. I mean, come on, it's the starting pistol in majority of the Call of Duty Zombies games. You literally cannot play zombies without the M1911 for the most part. Like, the M1911 is always there. The Mustang and Sally. It's iconic. And I keep saying that a lot, but that's just what it is. Especially when it comes to pistols, that is the pistol that everyone knows. I feel like even people who don't necessarily play a lot of zombies, I feel like the M1911 is just a classic goated pistol that everyone knows. But when it comes to zombies, you can't leave out the iconic starting weapon, the M1911. Number 4, the Flamethrower from World at War. Now, hear me out. I didn't really think it was that iconic at first, but the more I think about it, you couldn't have high rounds on World at War without the Flamethrower. You wouldn't have all these super high crazy records really without the Flamethrower. And for that reason, I think it has to be on the list. Just for the simple fact, when I think of high rounds and I think at World at War Zombies, the Flamethrower is vital. It is a must-have, and it is something that everyone was using. Infinite ammo, and you just lightly squeeze the trigger. You know, you just work it. You just work it to get those World of Zombies out. Everything else is just not gonna work. But the Flamethrower, man, it was always there for you. Number 3, the PPSH 40. I mean, come on, the PPSH. Outside of the MP40, what weapon like that really, you know, it's the PPSH. The PPSH has been brought back many times, and it keeps the same design basically every time. High rate of fire, big mag, and when it comes to weapons out of the box that's not a wonder weapon, that's the one you want in basically all the games. I think all the way from the old school zombies to custom zombies to even kind of the new school stuff when it has the PPSH, everyone wants it. Even if it's still not that great in today's time, like, you still want to use the PPSH, or at least I do. It's just iconic, man, and I love it. And it's always been around for a reason, okay? They keep bringing it back for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. Number 2, the Galil. The Galil is iconic, and it is really good. Now, I don't think it's as iconic as some of these other weapons, but the Galil is kind of a staple. The amount of times I've played games on Black Ops 2 and used the Galil just because it is simply one of the better weapons out of the box, if not one of the best weapons out of the box in Black Ops 2. Not necessarily maybe for high rounds, but if you're wanting to hop in there, have fun, online games with people, grief games with friends, whatever the case may be, the most solid option you could always get is the Galil. And after you Pack-a-Punch it, it's just one of the few Pack-a-Punch names for weapons that I always remember. And for that reason, it's iconic. It's easily memorable because it is overall good. It is overall really good, and everyone was using it. Now, coming in last on this list, or at number 1, I wanted to include something more from new school zombies. Now, I don't think there's a whole lot of just straight up iconic things, but one weapon that I know I felt like was iconic at the time, and even now when I think of newer zombies, this weapon kind of is always thrown around for me. The Gallo SA-12, or kind of like the Spaz from Cold War. I know a lot of people prefer the Hewer, but the Gallo was so good, man. It was so fun to use when the game came out. I was always using it. I know the ASG in Black Ops 6 kind of gives you the same vibes a little bit, but something about that Gallo, man, it just hits different. And anytime I hop on Cold War zombies, I really like to use the Gallo. So for a more modern take and a more iconic modern zombies weapon, I'm going to throw in the Gallo. It's really nice, and it's just kind of what I'm always thinking about when it comes to those kinds of weapons from the modern series. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Just something quick, something easy. I thought of this the other night, so I figured I'd give it a try and see how you guys feel. If you guys like it, let me know. I can do more iconic things in COD Zombies. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.